jaraknya besar dari kamera tersebut.
Hello, check. Hello. por udamai ulangdo kisangat churut wakiwahe wasian kiwadabladha yakachap haklip hakingat wahathanga waidarakinne yakisekian hatimun yongki darak wakabengklam kian layong langdo. Sangat pasber, sangat pasuban, ukni yang ikhlas, ukni yang rengan, neng cibuk wali kini naga konrad, biara alam ya keding se dencang, yang kebepan bon, ni yang rengar wa hawe penhiar giga cisket yang ka se mainar. Hachuau hiargi hapos ainar mangkang berjal chua lesi lewat yoman gigi bekut ujiar gila mengadam ke karpat ke karpon ya gas ainar yogo uda oker yomeki neng habi o retikai kita mang iminso iminsnam hanya par dia berkerha dia risagi heido beding se dencang Dapat tinggi, ya ikan dat yomka, kanilan bala kedeng kelam kawan nangkong, uhiar hido iperan kese mainan. At this very moment, Upatong sangat paswet, sangat pasuban, elders from the Mikla clan, elders from the Rangat Neng, along with the Kni from Conrad, carry the sacred milk, Dengse Dengchan, of Kabaipan Bon from Rangatwa, in order to advance it to the Eglar pool. Before anyone set foot at the sacred pool, they first sprinkle water 3 times so that they can cleanse. Prayers were then offered to the Seinraij to protect us from any injury and mishap. A loud cheers were made before the sacred milk is snapped and then kept aside. Ulangda kisangat chirut wakiwahe wasian kiwatablaha yakachap haklip hakingat wahatanga wadara kile yakise kian hatimun yongki dara akin yakadengklam kian nayong kalangdo hatampa hini bor biyo iwatasdang ki kalu Jowai, Jowai hier ki heido hepran yang kesim aitna. Dapat sempat ki yakupun yang kesim aitna hadin ite hier ki cepo aitna. Te penkheng ki yak Behdieñkhlam dapat no ki cepo aitna. At the present time, We can see the Beloy, Ulamba, Kisangat, along with the elders with the mark on their face and small bamboo pools in the hand, come forth from the Nanda residence, carry on their shoulder the sacred walk, the Behdieñkhlam of the Bepunda to the Egna pool. At this very moment, they all assembled together and started offering the innovations to Utrecht and then lighted start whipping the water at the Egna pool. Now, they are advancing towards the middle of the Egna pool to break apart the Behdieñkhlam.
A very good afternoon to everyone. We are very happy to see you all together. Thank you for joining us to here today at this program. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our distinguished guests from different localities, the headman of different Behdieñkhlam, the journalists, the invitees, and to all the people present here who have come to witness this glorious moment. A special thanks to the invitees all the way from Varanasi, Lucknow, and to our officers, ministers, dignitaries, the Lord from the Seinraij.
Behdieñkhlam is a celebration for the harvest and cultural thanksgiving festival celebrated by the Pnar tribe in the Jaintia hills of Meghalaya. The name literally means chasing away the demon of plague and cholera. It is celebrated after the sowing season ends to invoke God's blessing for a bountiful crop and good health. We hope you enjoy the program and that it turns out to be a great success and a memorable one for all of us. We hope this day turns out to be an amazing moment as it starts. With that being said, let us all enjoy this moment. So before we will witness the today's sacred ritual and ceremony, let us take a moment to reflect on the rich history that profound the significance and the endless spirit of the Behdieñkhlam festival. Today, there are various religious rites and rituals going to be performed here at the Egna pool. But before witnessing that, at this very moment I take this golden opportunity to recount a brief story of the origins of the Behdieñkhlam festival. Behdieñkhlam is an important religious festival celebrated by the Jaintia tribes of Meghalaya, who profess and practice the traditional religions called Nyamtre. The festival is being celebrated by the people of Jowai, Chirman, Tuban, and Yulong, collectively known as Kisolandor. Besides them, it is also being celebrated by the Rai Mukla, the Muthlong, the Sokampal, and Minso. Though Behdieñkhlam is a community festival, refers to as the Kanyam rite or Nyam Yonglang. At home, the rite and ritual of Behdieñkhlam is being observed and performed started from the month of March, while the main rite and ritual are being performed 4 days, beginning from the weekdays, passing to Muchai, that is the market day.
So in the beginning, Trekivat, which resemble as God, they created the universe in the 3 strata. In the topmost layer, called the Sarkat,
rests Utrekivat with the immortal, Kipuri Blai, which represent the angels. Here, the judgment of the mortal takes place, and in the second stratum, called Bnen, representing the heaven, live in Kikatvo Vasa, that is the 16 families. And the third, which is called the Slakandao, represent the earth. One of a Trekirat wish is to send his loving son Nyawasa, also known as the Seven Hut, to earth through the golden ladder, the Tangot Tangri, to live and prosper happily. Trekirat selected the leader whose aim Lakriya and bestow upon him with divine qualities to maintain contact with him on behalf of Nyawasa. When God made the earth, no life was yet in it except rocks, water, and air. there was no soil required for cultivation. They told Same Lakria that in such a barren place they could not build their huts and could not cultivate. God therefore put the earth in an order. First, he instructed Behdieñkhlam, also known as Mother Nature, to give 3 baskets full of soil, Kaleko Lesun, to make the earth cultivable and productive. Thus, the earth becomes green. Secondly, he directed another goddess, Kas'e Mobo, also known as goddess of fertility, to fill the earth with birds, animals, and fishes, so that the Nyawasa would be able to survive and sustain themselves. The earth became the beautiful place to live in for Nyawasa. Later, having seen that when Nyawasa live harmoniously and comfortably, God conveyed for a divine Dorbar called a Dorbar Blai in order to give a moral and ethical basis of living together. He handed over the law of life to the people through his divine decree called Ki Hukum. At this very moment, on behalf of Seinraij Jowai, I announce that our distinguished guest, esteemed Chief Guest Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, may I therefore request each and every one of us to kindly rise from their respective seat and welcome him as he approaches for his seat. On behalf of Seinraij Jowai, we extend to you our heartfelt gratitude and a very warm welcome. Sir, it is an honor and a great pleasure to welcome you today at this Ignar Pool to witness the Behdieñkhlam festival along with the people of Jaintia Hills. Your glorious presence here today with immense joy and honor. May the spirit of Behdieñkhlam festival be with you as you witness the celebration. A small token of love and appreciation from the member of Seinraij Jowai has been handed to our Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma. Thank you, sir, once again. A few hours from now, we are also going to witness the rot or the tableaus being prepared by the different localities. These rods are made of wood and traditional layered were square in shape with a height of around and with a bunch of flower at the top. But in the modern time, it can be made in different style as per the convenience and the idea of the people that have different aesthetic skills. They may vary in shape and size. People have different tactics and skills, exhibit their talent through this rod. The people of the locality, especially the carpenter, are engaged in this task to shape this rock and beautify it with colorful and crimped paper. Rods open a platform for all the locality to exhibit their talents or skill for the creative art. Of course, the rod also comes from all the locality to exhibit the talent or skills. The rod also comes from Shillong and Umulong, made by the Khan of the Nyamtre, to show that even though they are not living in Jowai, but they are retained the identity as Khan Nyamtre, and show the spirit of participation in the Behdieñkhlam festival. It is here we can see that we are not short-witted but talented enough to showcase our skill to the outside world. The rod also portrays the social message of winning over evils, and they also carry the raya, which tries to convey meaningful message to the people.
At this very moment, we comes to witness as the rod from the Seinraij Shillong has come nearby. This shows the firm belief in the religious and culture that has been passed to them from their forefather. Seinraij Shillong has made a rod presenting of the history, culture, and the contemporary themes. As one section of the rod reminds us of the 17 years from 1931 to 1947, during which the Behdieñkhlam festival was done under the colonial rule. Though this display the locality pays tribute to the resistance of our ancestors, the determination ensure that this sacred tradition survive and continue to flourish today. Adding a modern touch, the locality has also created a rod inspired by the FIFA World Cup, display the celebration of excellency, dedication, teamwork, and appreciation of greatness. It beautifully demonstrates how the traditional activators can embrace contemporary themes while still reflecting the value of preference and achievement. As the Seinraij contingent gratefully presenting the magnificent work at the sacred water of the Aina pool, let us acknowledge not only the beauty of the craftsmanship but also the spirit of friendship and unity that reign through this celebration. We thank our brother and sisters in Shillong for enriching the festival with the creative enthusiasm and unwavering support. May the spirit of unity and friendship and cultural pride continues to grow stronger with each passing year. Kami sa Behdieñkhlam terpad yang di pagkakaroon tekin ng resmi bersama dengan semua industri yang dilakukan kuliah ini nang di pagkakaroon cina di Behdieñkhlam tadi. Khususnya dah di orang ini berkenaan industri yang di nang di Behdieñkhlam tadi yang cina di Jowai di negara Behdieñkhlam yang ini resmi. Up next, word or the tablets we have from the Behdieñkhlam Jowai, a locality where dolphins live. It is a place where there is young languor, in which all the ceremonial functions is done like Behdieñkhlam. Since time immemorial, they follow the traditional way of making the rock. Today, also, they are making the traditional rock, which is very, very beautiful, with a bunch of flower at the top. May the Behdieñkhlam locality people live with joy, full of happiness throughout the year. May God Almighty be with you and with your family members. Kami sa Behdieñkhlam terpad di pagkakaroon sa kini kami sa Behdieñkhlam yang ini kasi saya bahagi dengan industri yang cina di Behdieñkhlam. Dewa buram ini di pagkakaroon saya bahagi dengan industri yang ini. Tam na the site with the Honorable Chief Collector. Welcome the work from the Embassy. The participation is a beautiful reflection of the unity and the share of the cultural heritage of our indigenous community. Although there are followers of the Catholic faith, they are proudly join us in celebrating the Behdieñkhlam, demonstrating a traditional continue to bring people together in the spirit of mutual respect and harmony. This year, Seinraij is presenting a beautiful crafted traditional rod showcasing the richness of our indigenous culture and the remarkable skills of the artisans who elegant design. The rod play a tribute to our ancestor and serve as a reminder of the importance of preserving our costume, a tradition and identity for the future generation. As we admire this magnifying creation, let us appreciate the spirit of the cultural pride and unity that is representing. Please join with me in welcoming the Seinraij for this meaningful participants and the continued commitment to preserve our shared heritage.
Hello. At the very outset, I would like to formally welcome our chief guest of today of our auspicious occasion of Behdieñkhlam Festival.
After 2 or 3 that are being carried to the Airport, the Seinraij now escorts the Behdieñkhlam at Solab with a graduate sharing. Held here for 3
I
days.
also welcome the other dignitaries coming with him. I welcome our Deputy Chief Minister, Sri Jowai Dhar, Sri Behdieñkhlam, the Cabinet Minister, Lieutenant Rambul, the Cabinet Minister Brent A. Sanma, Cabinet Minister Constable Khatun, and all the MLA from Assam, Kuleram, Romhang, Chairman, our MLA, Mr. Chairman Sallah, our MDC, Ma Moonlight Parwet, our Cabinet Minister, Ma Sanbod, Sulai, the Deputy Commissioner of West Bengal Hill, Sri Abhinav Kumar Singh, the SP, Sri Jaspal Singh, Rona, the Doloy, the Strain, the Lando, the President Secretary of different Raj, different Seinraij, and all the dignitaries who are gathering here to witness the auspicious celebration of our Behdieñkhlam festival. I welcome all the officials, the top officials, the district heads, and all which I may not be able to mention by name. I welcome all the press, the media from different corners of the country to this beautiful and colorful festival of the Jaintia Hill of the Panar community. Sir, this is not only the dance, not only the immersion of Rath, but the very important is the welcoming of God Almighty and our ancestral, the departed soul. They are together with us. They are here celebrating with us as a mark of respect to our Almighty God. For welcoming Him, we show Him the dance. We show Him. So we are oneness with the divine. We are here as one with God, Almighty God. Not only with God, with our ancestral divine energy. So this spirit of oneness, come out with that Hebrew supply, knowing man, knowing God. So this is the message I want to have to celebrate this Behdieñkhlam, to be one, not to differentiate between one community with another, one color with another color, but beyond the color of your face, beyond the color of your dress, beyond your, we are part of the divine. So that's why this celebration come up in a very enthusiastic way. So with this, I welcome you, sir, and please enjoy the Behdieñkhlam festival to the fullest, and welcome you all. Now I welcome our chief guest to give us a message, sir. Thank you so much. This Nabaland Hall Deputy Chief Minister Meghalaya, ministers from Government of Meghalaya, MDC, MLS, and all the guests present here. This is first time I have come to see Behdieñkhlam festival. I am very happy that this is a oneness. Everybody is participating in this festival. I wish everybody a very happy life, very happy festival, and really I am touched. Whatever I have seen for the first time, I have not seen this kind of festival in my life so far. I am really feeling blessed that I have been able to see this kind of festival. I wish everybody once again my gratitude for inviting me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for that welcoming speech. We are truly grateful by your presence today. In our midst right now, we have
Behdieñkhlam Nyamtre. They are centered at Labor, where all the clan of the Nyamtre from different parts of the Gentle Hills join hands together with this Behdieñkhlam and take part in this festival. It is near the castle here, comes more along at Mokorbot, and here they offer the sacrifice.
A lifetime of the Lord. Follow up. Here is the rod of Umulong. Here most of them are Jowai, but because of their personal work, they are moved elsewhere, but their faith and love of the villagers has a stronghold in the mind in which they take part in the festival with great enthusiasm.
Rod represent a thought we're working with and highlighting one of the today's growing concerns, the declining interest in education due to the excessive use of the social media. The message reminds us that many young people are drifted away from the studies, with some even dropping out of school as they become consumed by the digital world. While technology and the social media can be valuable tools, when used wisely, they should never replace education, discipline, and the pursuit of knowledge. Through this meaningful display, the people of Umulong urge the younger generation to use technology responsibly, remain focused on the education, and build a brighter future through learning and hard work. Now comes another one, that is the one of Behdieñkhlam, one of the most sacred locality in the celebrations of Behdieñkhlam. It is the home to which the Mukmar Behdieñkhlam, in which the sacred command Mukmar is performed before the commencement of all the festival rite and ritual. During this ceremony, blessing and important message have been conveyed to all the Khan of the Niente, calling upon them to uphold the valued traditional and spiritual teaching of our ancestors. Inspired by this time and teaching, the people of the Yamusian have chosen a theme that speaks directly to the well-being of every individual. As one of the messages, lead us, your body is a temple, take good care of it, physically, mentally, and spiritually. It encourages us to maintain a balanced life by nurturing not only a physical health, but also our mind and our inner spirit. Another inspiring message tells us a well-built physique is a status symbol. It reflects that you don't have to it, no money can buy, inherit, steal, nor borrow it. This reminds us that the true strength, discipline, and good health are earned through dedication and persistent effort. The pain that you feel today will be the strength you feel tomorrow is a powerful reminder that perseverance through challenge leads to growth, resilience, and success.
In that we have is the Seinraij locality called the Seinraij. It's a place where Bapun Ben lives. In this locality, there is a blind Langdor, only son, no slave, no hakim, no small blind son, as well as the blind Langdor, also known as the closed Langdor. The Seinraij has also made a traditional walk.
Now we have an event, which is one of the localities situated near Seinraij. As you can see, this walk carries a meaningful message on civics, responsibility, and environmental awareness. The first message that has given is like, no plan, no management, just our own trash multiplied every day. It's remind us that poor waste management started with our own habits and that every individual has a responsibility to keep our surroundings clean. Follow up by another message which says, don't wait for others to change their view. Civic sense begins with you. This encourages each one of us to take the initiative rather than waiting for someone else to make a difference. Finally, the message in Penang, Kota Yunti, Gadwa Inojat to Surok Turut Nupi. It's a heartfelt appeal to everyone to keep our home and surrounding clean. Instead of littering the road, it reinforces the importance of cleanliness, discipline, and respect for our shared environment. The message, Hamyokunchin Rekoi, remind us not to be indifferent towards the cleanliness. It encourages every member of the community to take an active role in keeping us surrounded clean, healthy, and welcome for all. Up next, we have the Lokavan locality rock, a locality where there is the depth, the power of open fence. Lokavan locality also prepare a traditional rock which is very beautiful, made with a bunch of flowers on top of it. road that is from the family of Jowai, one of the oldest locality in Jowai town. It is a locality where Seinraij, one of the four sisters, lived. Tongsan, Motong, twice into the field at Madyak Maiglai. Family locality has made a traditional work. It is a remarkable, attractive work depicting the number on which signifying it was established back in the year 1960. Bang dikendena kereta haunya wasa, nanu chad hajrong again. Hajrong se chad hajrong gamo, hajrong gate. Chad hewani kau herupa yonge upunda bo mense miyongan. Message from a reminder to the Nyawasa. You should dance your heart righteously and be whole. You should not dance intoxication. For that matter, dance peacefully. Dance anywhere, in any place you can set your foot on mud, on marshes, on feathers and wood, on dirt and filth, and I shall be there to bless your soul. This is a visual walk presented by the family locality. We, the people of family locality and their family members, be blessed with their hearts full of joy and happiness. Beautifully grafted with elegance and precision, the magnifying rod reflects the rich cultural heritage, artistic excellence, and unwavering devotion of the people of Bangladesh. Every detail is a testament to the dedications and the collective effort of the community in preserving the sacred traditions of Behdieñkhlam festival. Though traditional in its design, this work speaks volumes about the enduring value of unity, faith and respect for ancestors. It reminds us that our greatest strength lies in the safeguarding the costume and the traditions that have been faithfully passed down through the generation. As the carnival god made its grateful journey across the sacred waters of the Aina pool, may it symbolically carry away all the misfortune and assuring peace, prosperity, good health, and abundant blessing for the entire community. Jowai, Durang yang izin terku, yang orang ukar menandri, mungkin satu ini terus supply, yang jual sekmentri yang ikut kita. Hadirin Behdieñkhlam Waseratan yang nyawasa Behdieñkhlam. Durang yang terku Jowai Kesien, catat terus terlalu lebih mensien. Pendiam keluti cembalai kerupan ikan cukri haberkai. So ada maya iwario la ukre gerot ikan ku berdok. Maya yoyong ini, durang yoyong ini, bertok hop ini ya belai, menuki kamsuk asla berkau. Behdieñkhlam record was inside. The champion was the beneath the fly. Yaduran yekerku ikrejuat. Kuni maya dan penjenai pensarat. Despite the rain, the spirit of Behdieñkhlam remained undiminished. Thousands has gathered here at the sacred Agna pool, unity in celebration, devotions and joy. The rhythmic beats of the drums, the synchronizing movement of the dancer, and the tenderest cheer of the crowd truly capture the heartbeat of Behdieñkhlam. This is more than a performance. It is the living soul of a tradition. Witness the energy and the enthusiasm of a young man as they dance with pride and reverences. Their movements reflect their courage, their unity, and the enduring spirit of our ancestor, passing down faithfully from one generation to the next. Even the rain cannot dampen the festive spirit. Instead, it seems to add to the beauty of its sacred celebration, reminding us that faith and tradition continue to flourish through every season. As the Agna pool come alive with music, with drums, dance, and celebration, we are reminded that Behdieñkhlam is not only a festival of ritual, but also a festival of unity where people from every walks of life comes together as one community. What an unforgettable spectacular, the sea of the colorful umbrellas, the vibrant crowds, and the echoing of the drum beats create the scenes that truly reflect the grandeur and the cultural richness of the Behdieñkhlam festival. Ladies and gentlemen, look around. This is the spirit of Behdieñkhlam as thousands gathered at once celebrating the traditional that has united a people for generations. In every step of the dance, in every beat of the drums, and every joyful cheer, it's only to the tribute to the rich cultural heritage entrusted to us by a great forefather. The energy before us is simply extraordinary. Young, old, alike comes together with only one purpose: to honor a sacred tradition and celebrate the blessing of the community. Take a moment to appreciate this breathtaking scene. The vibrant colors, the joyful face, and the unwavering enthusiasm of the people create a spectacular for nowhere else in the world. Millions of the Seinraij Jowai, such as seen here to believe that the clock was put with the money being wrong. next spot we have is from the Dulong locality. Here comes the Dulong with the rear. It is the locality where Belpun, Tengler, Tongson, Mokar, at Biari Kablai, and Magan Rungkao Pathan. Since time immemorial, they follow the traditional way of making the rock. Today, also they are making the traditional rock, which is very beautiful with a bunch of flowers at the top. The Dulong rock stands as a beautiful symbol of tradition passed down through generations. Today, they proudly honor the rich heritage of the Khmer community while inspiring the younger generation to preserve these timeless customs. As Dulong dance through the sacred pool, every beat of the drum and every step of the dancers echoes the message of faith, harmony, and the triumph of good forward heroes. Once again demonstrate that Behdieñkhlam is not merely a festival, but a living tradition that unites communities through faith, culture, and shared purpose. May the blessings associated with the sacred ritual bring happiness to every home, harmony to every family, and prosperity to the entire community. comes another one, represented by the Behdieñkhlam, a locality where they perform the Behdieñkhlam, a place where there is a Madame cow. It is a birthplace of Behdieñkhlam, the freedom fighter of the Behdieñkhlam. This year, the Behdieñkhlam also follow the traditional way of making their ruts, which is very beautiful with a bunch of flowers at the top.
which we have is from the local Jowai, a locality where the Seinraij pool is located. Behdieñkhlam is one of the religious ceremonies performed on the last day of the Behdieñkhlam festival, that is today. It's also being executed by this locality.
They have made a very beautiful road which depicts our Kwani Buchong Hadibura and Tam Bukitwani Ubi inside the rock. Lajwan Yuni is Punjab the sea Zaydaman. When Yuni is Puntam, she inchi Zaydaman. So that's our message for A and Lombardie Young Jowai. Section basically Yakadon Lumpia Jowai, the word Punjab was the message for one wagon legacy. this very moment, the convoy will escort the Klonglai, or the spiritual look, from the Muslim and rest it for some time in front of the Dakar family. Then the Pator with the convoy waves the joyful wind chanting for 3 times at Solat. After that they shifted it near the Ramatwa, near Mukno, near Yungbindi. Here they also chant again for 3 times. Thereafter, the convoy is escorted near the same Ainar, where the head of the Nikla clan clears its attack.
Adin madadap kitmaira bukan hiarmet ya kirot kirang yang cha ito ikram taslim aikla. Di konrad pendap ki ya ke kenong blai dei barak ya ka hasit taslim aikla. Ya uman saya seni nong.
Now they are going escorted to the center of the Seinraij. By the time the people at the Seinraij is outnumbering. At this very moment, you can see the young and old as a disciplined soldier making way for the Knamblai to the Seinraij. A heavy rush at the Knamblai where each and everyone mustered his strength to get access to the Knamblai, as we believe whoever touched the Knamblai received a remarkable blessing. It gave them strength in trouble, solace in grief. The Knamblai is carried off into the cold, and thousands of people assemble to see the sight and come in direct contact with the Knamblai. They rush at the Knamblai just like a bee in a beehive, and it's really look risky at this sight. If it's in another occasion, it might be very dangerous, but nothing happened as they do it with feelings of love, brotherhood, unity, and happiness to celebrate the most special and distant festival of Kikon Ganyantre. Hadid wada deba here at the Knamblai as Seinraij. Wadha Kikmai Raj Tamjole Kikonta Raj. Inno Abiya Kiwadaki Hajantawa. Rahem Hajantas Seinraij. The football, the songwat, the sweat, Shirut, what you were here was sung. The Conrad, such you see, good Yankee, has run the Mogna. That day, at the old Yankee, Lucy and Lewis, they were Yankee, hey, hey, ha. They tore with their happy, and keep the little Arkansas, and what they Yankee Myra. The Lee Michael, the Duck Kitchen, open you where the good colors will learn from your own wisdom. After the immersion of the Kunamblai, all the localities or the Seinraij are to throw away their rod to the stream beside the Aitna pool. Kekena berbentuk keperina perlu hubungan perhubungan ke sahabat untuk di Karenino Gallery. Menino Dara. Sesuatu kekena berbentuk keperina perlu kawa mencari perhubungan semua ke sahabat untuk di Karenino Dara. Betul. Ichuna yang tahu memang jenis siapa juan ketai kuala lebih terlalu hasan yang terina perlu. Cumanya ayat siapa wanita kita ini harus darah terlibat kena dengan bahaya ini. Ichuna yang tahu memang jenis betul.